Hello, it is December 9th, 2019, and we're going to first look at some video I shot. Before we get started with this weather update, we're going to look at some video that I took in Mineola this evening of all the flash flooding going on and the heavy rain. We have some local flash flooding. I'm just showing you what it's like out here. And here's the reason why we're in a climate crisis. Pickup trucks. People keep driving these. This is what the climate crisis is like. It's really pouring. In the way. You're in the way. I gotta go out now, back out to the floodwaters. So considerate. Everywhere's flooding. The roads are flooding. Show you what it's like out here. It's crazy. It's rapids. There's a lot of flash flooding. You don't see it, but trust me, it's there. So, as you can see, a lot of heavy rain and wind-driven rain. It wasn't that bad earlier, and I made the mistake of going out, and I got soaked. And a lot of it has to do with just inconsiderate people, as you saw there. Inconsiderate people, especially in the trucks and SUVs, splashing you and blocking the sidewalk, forcing you to walk in the curb where there's a torrent of water. Inconsiderate people driving these big trucks and SUVs, which is why, you know the way I feel, they should all be banned, outlawed, commercial use only. Because there's just too many of them on the road, and they're a big part of the reason why we're dealing with this weather right now. So, as you see here, temperatures in the mid-50s across Long Island, and let me put the dew point in here so you see that it's also humid. Dew point's also in the mid-50s. As we get into New Jersey, it's more in the upper 50s and closer to 60 as we head south. So let's look at the radar first of all, and you can see we are just socked in this really heavy band of yellow that's been over Long Island now for the past couple of hours, and the winds are starting to pick up now. and we're going to look at the other radar from Mount Hollis. You can see there's still more to come of this. This is just one hell of a soaker of an evening across the area right now. So you see here the temperatures in the 50s, and you can see the warmth. Look in New Jersey, it's even warmer there using the Ventu sky here. If we look at the radar, this will give you a higher resolution look as to where this heavy soaking rain is. So it's stretching all the way from the western half of Long Island all the way down through New Jersey. Some just a heavy soaking rain going on across, wind-driven too. As the low-level jet comes into our area, you clearly see that low-level jet of air right from the tropics that's going over us right now. Let's go and look at some of the current observations here, because the winds have picked up now. Well, Farmingdale's still reporting south at 7, but I can tell you we had some wind gusts higher than that. Definitely higher than that. So let me see if JFK is reporting anything higher, because I'm thinking it would be higher than that. So Kennedy Airport south at 14. I think the winds are a little stronger than that. You can see we've already received well over an inch of rain at Kennedy, so we're going to probably go to 2 inches before all is said and done with this rain that we're dealing with here. Here is the radar. We'll go ahead and look at the AccuWeather radar as well to show you what's going on. Again with this, and why isn't this working? I really... Alright, well, wait for that to load. We'll take a look at some more observations. Let's look at some of these buoys. 54 degrees, 44025, about 20 miles south of Fire Island Inlet. Fire Island, I meant. Wind is south-southwest at 18, gusting at 22. Water temperature still 50. Wave height almost 8 feet. So not a surprise there at all whatsoever what's going on with this strong southerly wind that we're dealing with across our area right now. So let's see. Hopefully this loaded the radar. Okay, so you can see these really heavy. I guess I can. Can I zoom in a little bit? Yeah, I can. You can see these really heavy yellows over our area right now. So really heavy rains over our area. You can see here some really heavy. And look at this over off Providence. This almost looks like a line of thunderstorms. But this is the heavy rain here. I did look at the lightning. I didn't see any lightning over our area, but I'm wondering if this line has some lightning with it. You can see just this warmth here and this just tropical moisture just coming up. So let's look at the lightning and see if there is actually any lightning that's going on over in that area, because that looked like some pretty heavy stuff. Don't see anything. I do not see anything. All right, let's look at the satellite. So I'll show you again this thick moisture that's over us here, this tropical moisture with this system. Again, here is the current radar. We can look at wind gusts on this, and you can see here, let's see, we do have some stronger wind gusts, more toward the South Shore and also toward the Jersey Shore as well with that. So again, this system here is producing some heavy rain tonight, and it's muggy and it's humid. So we're going to look at a couple more observations here. Let's look at Atlantic City. I guess the Toms River one is not, I already checked, it's not working. So let's look at Atlantic City. Let's get that to load. Eventually it'll load. 57, south wind at 14, gusting to 29. That's a little more typical about what we're starting to deal with here. 57, dew point 54. Just a soaker of an evening tonight. A real soaker of an evening. And we're not done with this yet. We're still going to be dealing with this. So let's see if we have any. I don't see any flash flood advisories in effect there. Well, all I can tell you is, as you saw at the beginning of this video, we had some minor flash flooding in Mineola. Maybe not an issue for those driving around, but it's a pain for those walking around. And also, the trains maybe are starting to have problems. Yes, the trains. This may be an issue due to the weather also. We're going to look at this as well. Normally I don't talk about this, but we have a downed overhead catenary wire at a second East River tunnel. So at a second East River tunnel, all right, there was power problems, and then there was Amtrak signal trouble, and then there was 10 to 15 minute delays, and then they wound up canceling a 653 pin due to Ronkonkoma, which they shouldn't have done. Should have just canceled another Babylon train. They did wind up canceling a Babylon train. A couple of trains were 30 minutes late. There was a train that was going to Great Neck that was canceled, and there was also, I believe, a train to Babylon that was canceled. One Babylon train. But they should have canceled another one, because you don't cancel Ronkonkoma trains. Those trains are very crowded as it is, so you know people are not going to be able to fit on the next train. uh, this is what it is. They don't want to hurt the certain demographic too much. But I don't care. I would have just canceled another Babylon train because you can't touch. Forget about you can't touch the Babylon line. You can't touch the Ronkonkoma line because all their trains are always crowded. You should never ever touch a Ronkonkoma train. Anyway, let's take a look at the models. Take a look at this soaker that we're dealing with. So here we go. Here's the soaker that we're dealing with here. It moves away. We get a little break in the rain, and then rain redevelops over our area later tomorrow afternoon into the evening. And the little wave rides along the front. You could see on the back side we might get a little snow, probably very wet snow, and it may not even stick. But you can see on the back side, and then that cold high builds in for Thursday. Let's take a look at the NAM model and see. No, that's not the one I want to use. Let's use the 12-kilometer NAM. Let's see what we're going to be looking at. So here is that heavy soaking rain. So we get a break. And then we get a break, and then we get more rain redeveloping over our area later tomorrow evening. And it won't be as heavy as this, but it could still be some steady rain later in the afternoon and evening. Then it ends, so it won't last. It won't be as long lasting. Maybe it'll last for an hour or two. Then it's out of here, and then we deal with this next system going to the south. NAM has an area of light snow that will be quickly moving through our area. Let's see how much snowfall accumulation the NAM gives us, and I'll take a look. Total snowfall here, not very much. I mean, I don't think we usually this wave isn't very robust, and we may see only an inch or maybe two, but I'm really thinking barely any accumulation, especially because of all these warm temperatures we've had. It's going to take a while for the ground to cool down. Ground is also very wet because of all the rain we've had, so we're going to have trouble accumulating snow. That's the bottom line. And if we look at the temperatures, we'll be looking at that now. So here's the NAM for the temperatures. So you can see that warmth, and we get even warmer tomorrow. And then that front comes through, and the NAM is still a little faster with that front, which is why it cuts the precip off a little sooner. And then temperatures drop through the night. After being in close to 60 degrees, we drop into the 30s, and but the thing is, we're just a little bit above freezing on Wednesday, so it might be between that and the warmth in the ground. It's going to be hard, and then Thursday. Now you got to remember the NAM does have a cold bias with the temperatures, so do remember that. So I'm going to go back to GFS now. You'll see the GFS probably not quite as cold. Yeah, has us Thursday maybe around the 32-degree mark. All right, let's back it up to tonight. All right, so here we go. Again, those temperatures rise mid-50s. Very warm tomorrow, humid. Front comes through, temperatures drop, and we get relief from this humidity. So let me look at the dew points. That'll be the next thing we're going to look at here. I'll use both this and the NAM. So here we go, looking at the dew points. So again, very humid tonight. You can see that LLJ. Winds go a little more southwesterly tomorrow, but still very strong. We're still in that LLJ a little bit, so you can see dew points into the mid-50s. Could even be higher than that. I think the models are underestimating just how damp it's going to get. Then the front comes through, temperatures drop significantly, and Wednesday actually could be, well, this is the dew points, but it has the dew point below freezing, and that is the key because any precip we get on Wednesday, I think, will be in the form of snow, and it'll mostly be in the morning. Let's take a look at the GFS total snowfall, which may be a little higher. Let's see what it has. No, it's only going to be an inch or two. I mean, that's what the GFS has as well. Not a whole lot. As far as the snowfall goes, we can look at the ICON model too and see. Gives us even less, so that's even less. So I'm not really counting on a big snow. I think you'll see some flakes, some snow. Maybe it'll stick to some roofs, some grassy surfaces, but an inch is pushing it at this point. At least from what I'm seeing here on the models. So after we're done with all this precipitation, when was the next chance we're going to get? Well, we will look at windy too, but let me go to windy right now. That's a good idea. So windy.com, we'll look at windy and we'll see what the GFS, what the Euro, I'm sorry, the Euro has. So this is, again, these are the temperatures, wind speeds. You can see here the temperatures into the 50s. So as we go overnight, 2 a.m., temperatures pretty much keep rising, so it's close to 61. We might see the record broken in Islip. I think it's 61 or something tomorrow. might see that record broken. So it has temperatures 57 at Islip. It has it in the 60s in New Jersey. Um, and then we see those. It's a little warmer, obviously Long Island a little cooler due to the ocean effect. And then we start seeing those temperatures drop off. I think as we head to 5, you see the wind shift and then the colder air starts coming in as we head toward the evening. And then we drop down. And then by the morning, Wednesday morning, we're down into the 30s with the cooler air, fortunately. Let's take a look at the snowfall. Let's see how much snow this is giving us. All right, new snow. So let's see what it has for Long Island. It gives Long Island 2.3 inches, and it might be overly optimistic. Overly optimistic, but it's generally light. That's the point that I'm trying to make. So as far as the snow part of the storm, I think it's generally light. This is 3 p.m. already. You can see already clearer skies to the west. So we'll back this up again, looking at tonight. Rain starts moving away. And we see that rain, that light rain developing. But it'll be light. It won't be like it is now. A little light rain developing there, and then as we head, we see a little bit of light snow, but nothing really. This is the area light snow here, but nothing really that heavy. And then we clear it on out, and then for Thursday, we have a nice sunny day and a cold day. With sunny skies and temperatures in probably in the either side of 32 degrees probably. So we'll go back to do this. We'll look at the NAM model, and we'll take a look at the skies. So this only goes out to 0.60, but you can see it clears it out, and even gives us maybe some clearing. So I'm thinking this front moves through. It's a little more progressive. Hopefully, it moves a little more faster. The GFS obviously is a little slower on the slow side compared to this, because if we look at this, all right, this is, let's see, 22Z. If we go and we look at the GFS here, see it's probably slower clearing us out. It's a little slower clearing us out, so you can see that, and that's why it hangs back the snow a little bit. And then for Thursday, clear skies before this series starts rolling in Thursday evening, and then we're dealing with, yes, another soaker. We'll go ahead and put this back to the radar. We have another soaker coming our way for Friday night into Saturday. So here comes the next soaker that we're going to be dealing with, and we're going to be dealing with this. Look at this slug of heavy rain. The good thing is it looks like it's moving quickly, so maybe it won't rain the whole day and it'll end. But the problem with this, of course, is that we're going to be dealing with very warm temperatures again. Temperatures here with this soaker will rise up to near 60 degrees. You can see it right there. It'll be accompanied by high humidity as well. So if you look at the dew point, you'll see. So while we're done with one soaker, we've got another one coming. This one's going to be moving a little quicker, though. But you'll see it'll bring up some pretty warm, humid air as well. And that'll be the soaker for Friday night, late Friday night into Saturday. Right now, we'll just take one more look at the radar before I wrap up this weather update. You can see some really, look at these reds here that are going on in the middle of the island. So we really have a soaking rain, some flash flooding going on across the area. And this is not going to be good for the trains, obviously. Normally I don't do this, but we'll check the trains one more time, and we'll see if there are any new problems that are happening because of the rain. No. But again, flash flooding can damage. I saw it in Mineola. The water was coming up near the switching equipment and stuff. So this is the benefit of having an elevated line. Obviously, you're not going to have to deal with that. But again, some heavy rain, flash flooding of roadways through the evening. Won't be surprised if many spots see over 2 inches of rain when we look at this tomorrow. And I'll have another weather update on the rainfall totals and everything else probably sometime tomorrow night. So but that concludes this weather update. Be careful out there. It's going to be a wet, wild night again as we deal with another soaker event for our area. Tropical soaker event, so I'll call it. So that wraps up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.